Typical Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. So I just loaded up the forest, but
I
it's not.
saw on Steam right now that you loaded up the forest, and that made
It's
my dick itch.
it made it itch. That's weird.
There's a patch that just came out that added some cool things.
Really? Like just
Yes.
now?
Like
Should I
today.
go on?
Like, Steam patched for me when I loaded.
Should I update it? Let me see.
I mean,
Here.
you don't have auto update set?
Yeah, I do. It looks like it updated today.
It probably updated, yeah. It had some good
But
patches.
I just turned my computer on, but I guess it was 85 megs.
Yeah, it wasn't that big. They added
Yeah.
stuff like an animation when you eat meat. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There-
They must have also added that co-op option.
There's some kind of digging thing. You can dig a hole correctly now. And
Really?
the real thing that they did that's big that I think is helpful is trees will grow now. They'll like when you chop a tree down, it'll eventually grow back, so you have another tree there. It won't just stay like because what happens is people go and they clear out an area to build stuff, and then
Yeah.
after a couple hours of play, it's like that whole area is nothing but stumps,
Nothing but stumps.
nothing but stumps, motherfucker.
That should be the name of the episode.
Nothing but stumps.
Nothing but stumps.
I could make that happen.
I mean, we'll see if we get something better, but
Yeah, I mean, you never know with the DJX podcast. Like,
you never know.
motherfuckers just be saying crazy shit. Bringing the fucking heat.
Bringing that heat, though.
Bringing that heat, though. I wonder if Bobby can hear us.
Guys, can you hear me? I guess maybe he can hear us and we can't hear him.
Well, he hasn't typed that into chat yet, so no, I don't think so. He just doesn't have his headset plugged in.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna get my phone. I'll be right back.
Roger that. Elevator music. Elevator music. Elevator music.
Are you just singing elevator music to yourself right now?
Yeah, it's a pretty good song. Yeah.
Is that our new jingle?
No, our new jingle. I hope people liked it. It sounded great, right? I will. By the time this airs, I will have edited the jingle to the front of the podcast.
Okay. So that's happening. That's happening in the future. Technically, in the past of the podcast. That's what you're saying.
That's right. The future for us, past for anyone that might be listening.
Our one listener.
Our one, yes.
So I put my phone on the charger like 45 minutes ago, and it's 50% full.
Are you still using the wireless charger? Because I quit that.
Yeah, I still use it, but I think that's pretty good.
Oh. See, I found that the wireless charger charges extremely slow, and just hooking it directly into the thing will enter fast charging mode, which charges it fast as fucking dick balls.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was less than 45 minutes ago. But anyway, I was just happy that it's like mostly charged right now.
Just happy that you have a phone that's workable.
Yeah, because like when I sat down,
50% a workable number.
Yeah.
You know, it's the worst when you're like boarding an airplane and you're at like 14%. You're like,
oh no,
god damn it.
No, I can't do that. It's not okay.
It's never okay. Elevator music.
So I thought I loaded the wrong save, but it's because the last time I played this game I didn't save and I fucking got killed.
Oh, wait a minute.
Like killed.
Oh, there's no auto save points?
No.
Jesus, bullshit.
You didn't know that?
Well, I haven't died yet.
Really?
Uh-huh.
At all?
I've never died in that game yet. I got really close one time when me and Bobby got attacked by these little fucking guys. There's these little savage fucking guys.
Yeah.
I got jumped 3-1 and I almost got killed, but I went off, by myself and that happened. But then we went back and we murdered those fuckers, and then more of their friends showed up. We killed them too.
Nice.
So I haven't died yet.
Wow. Okay, cool.
We should do a 3-man forest stream.
Yes, I
think
agree.
Badass.
It's total badassery.
Badass.
I'm chopping down trees now.
Oh man, when you get the better axe, the chopping down trees is so much less painful.
So, like, what did you do to get a better axe?
You make rope.
Feathers and shit?
No.
I have a rope. I have lots of rope.
Stick, rope, and a rock.
Stick, rope, and a rock on the axe that you get from the plane?
No, just brand new. Just throw a stick, rope, and a rock. And
like that?
It's gonna make a whole new axe.
So yeah, I have that axe. Is that one better than the one
Strong
you get from
axe.
the plane?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
It swings slower, but it has more damage, and it knocks down trees in like 1 or 2 less swings.
Oh.
I don't even use the one from the plane anymore.
Well, I think I'm being stalked right now.
Oh, there's a dude.
It's gonna be, what's gonna suck is because I have the volume on the game all the way down, and the only way I know people are behind me sometimes.
Right, is when they make the sound.
Well, not even that. Like, some of the guys that walk around don't really make a sound. They just, like, I don't know, they just, like, talk behind you or some shit, and I'm like, oh shit.
That's not creepy at all.
This game is fucking kind of creepy.
I like that game a lot, and I'm
Yeah.
not even one. I don't even go for the whole survival thing too much, but there's something about that game that really, 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 really gives me a boner.
It's a boner-giving game.
Yep.
I mean, I'm right there with you.
Yep.
With the latest in boner-giving technology.
And there he is.
It's like Hairworks.
I think
NVIDIA boner work.
I think your audio is not coming through the headset. Your mic is going on the onboard mic, not the headset mic.
It's kind of what it sounds like. Yeah.
What? You're an onboard mic.
Oh,
That's actually very true.
That was offensive and kind of racist.
My name is Mike, so
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, I'll take it.
Is it better?
Yes, a million times better.
All right. I think it's 1 billion times better.
I think it's 2 billion times better, fucker.
I think it's at least 100 billion times better.
I'm not gonna be able to play the game.
What game?
What?
So
What game?
yeah, my woman's in the living room watching TV. So
Oh, I wasn't. I mean, no, we don't have to play Forest. We need to do a damn podcast.
okay,
Jeff can
I'm
play
alright to
Forest.
do the cast.
Yeah. No, Jeff can play Forest if he wants to. We just need to get a cast on the books because we haven't spoken in 2 weeks now.
Well, not all of
you
us.
guys did a cast, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't really a cast. That was like
It's kind of a spin-off
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we had a podcast, and then we also played the Forest,
Right.
and that was
And before that we played Poi. Remember I played Poi while you and I talked about everything? No?
yeah, and I wasn't that during the cast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our pseudo cast last week. Wasn't a real cast. Alright, well I'm gonna do the cast intro right now because we've just been recording because the funniest things always happen when the air is off. Or off the air. Sure. The air is off. No, put it on the air, it's summertime. Give me a second. And second given. Thanks for joining us on the DJX podcast. This is episode... What fucking episode is this? Is this episode 15?
I think
Yes, episode 15. Episode 15.
Episode where we shouldn't count anymore.
We should always count episodes. And I'm here with Jerf and Bobby. Earth is a no-show. I don't know why I even say it. We should just get a fourth person that does not blow assholes.
I had this guy at work,
Well,
but he's not he's not going to be reliable either.
He blows assholes too? That's fine. What's up, guys?
Quite a few.
Okay. What are you guys up to?
Go ahead, here.
What are you playing? Well, I know what Jerf's playing right now. What are you playing these days, Earth? I mean, Jerf. Jeez, sorry. I'm so sorry.
that's fucked up, man. Yeah, the Forest. I've been playing the Forest. Oh shit, there's a guy. I'm playing the Forest right now, and there's a guy. It's nighttime,
Uh-oh.
and there's one of those guys with the light on his head that looks really creepy. So I'm like trying to hide. Also, I just played through Gone Home because that's free on PS.
How is that? You know, a lot of people love that game, and it looks like something I won't have the patience for, so I never booted it up.
I played through it in about an hour, and that was the entire game,
Yep.
as far as I can tell.
Yep.
And
That sounds right.
It was fine. I don't know, like it's hard. I mean, I'm sure everybody who's gonna play it has pretty much played it at this point, so you don't care about spoilers really. But
Unless Bobby's gonna play it.
Bobby will play it. So I mean, I won't give anything away, but it's not a game so much as it's like
people,
an experience.
there's a whole like genre of people that get so mad when people say that
about Gone Home.
Yeah, about Gone Home. Games like Gone Home where there's no shooting and there's just like reading and doing stuff and finding stuff. Like people get like personally fucking offended. Like, of course it's a fucking game, you fucking twat.
I mean, I guess it's it's a game, but it's like, okay, it's more than not having shooting. It's an hour long, and like I wouldn't classify it as an actual like a traditional game. So that's why it says
the door was wide open for you to say, "Oh, yeah, it's a game, just not a good one."
In it?
Oh, sorry. What'd you say, Bobby?
Are there like puzzles in it? What makes it a game?
No, it's so.
Is it an interactive
it's like an interactive story.
It's an interactive experience. It's something that would probably be good for VR.
I thought that as well.
You walk around very slowly and you investigate. Like I feel like, I mean, I want to say no offense to Urf, but whatever. He's not here, so fuck him. I feel like Urf would enjoy that game.
I think Urf did play it actually.
It's like you go around and you read stuff and you learn the story of what's going on.
Do you have to actually read?
You don't have to actually read. Like if you open a thing.
No, but would she read it to you, or like if you really want to know this stuff, do you have to actually read?
Well, so I read most of it, but if you pick up a thing and then put it away, it talks to you for the important stuff.
Okay.
I think the question Mike really wants to ask is if the illiterates can play and enjoy the game.
Like myself.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. Red Dead just came out on what you call it, so I don't know.
I'm installing it right now.
So I wish my gold was still active because it's like $7.
I thought that was just for the DLC.
No, I think that's for the main game.
Oh.
Yeah, it's $7.50 for gold, and then some of the DLC is actually free.
I did what Jerf did.
$10 is a lot of money.
I did what Jerf did and just went to like GameStop and bought a used one that was just sitting there.
Well, actually, the one I bought from some guy at GameStop is $25 fucking dollars.
Excuse me?
So that version, the Game of the Year edition.
GameStop marked up the price of the shit?
I know, it's crazy, right?
Wow.
Hey, let's take a look. Let's see what GameStop's. Let's see what Amazon is. Remember, it went up 6,000%.
Yeah, sales for that game went up 6,000%, literally. No.
It went up infinitesimal percent.
I was telling Bobby today, like, them saying 6,000%, or maybe it was yesterday, it's kind of a skewed stat, because it's like...
You were saying it in the chat, actually.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they only sold one a month, and then they sold 6,000, guess what? That's 6,000% growth.
Well, even better than that, if they sold one every 4 months, and then they sold 1,500, it's a 6,000%.
Right,
growth.
exactly. So, like them saying, "Oh, it sold 6,000% more," doesn't actually mean it sold a ton. The way the story's written is implies.
Yeah, because if it was 0.
I don't think that math works.
No. What I mean is, if they haven't been selling any,
right,
and then they sell 6,000 of them, it's automatically 6,000%, I guess. Well, I guess it's 100% of their sales is 6,000 copies, but whatever. I don't know where they're getting that number. 6,000% doesn't really exist.
So I mean,
6,000% exists, but it doesn't necessarily mean a super huge number. That's all I'm saying.
I'm willing to bet that lots of people bought it after it got backwards.
I'm willing to agree with you that quite a few people were like, "Yeah, I'm into this," and bought it.
I'm pretty sure they also dropped the price to $6.
So, one thing I heard, and this might not be true. I think the Game of the Year edition comes with that, but I heard that that Undead Nightmare DLC, it's zombie DLC. It's supposed to be like the same game. The entire game is the same, but they changed it to have zombies in it.
That's not true.
But no, what is it?
It's I didn't like Undead Nightmare that much. Actually, it's you go to these little towns and you save them from zombie hordes. And then
and that's it.
You go to more towns, and there's some little quests. It's nothing like the main game, and it's I mean, it takes place in that map, the same big map as the original game.
Okay, so the way I heard it, and I know, the way it was, I heard it, someone saying it, which doesn't sound accurate, is that they replaced the main game and added zombies into it.
No,
they
I mean, they replaced the main game with a different game. It's in that map, sure.
Okay.
But it's just like you go to a town and there'll be somebody that needs saving, so you save them, and then to save them you have to fight off X amount of waves of zombies, and then you take over that little thing, and then you're friends with that person. You can do quests for them, which are all pretty boring to me. I didn't care for Undead Nightmare.
Yeah. I don't care for zombie games.
I also thought zombies is the worst thing they could have done as DLC.
But I thought maybe based on the way it was described.
I don't know who told you that. They probably just really liked it and wanted you to play it.
Yeah, maybe that happens for some reason. So on Amazon it is $15. Actually, it's like $16 new, and then you could get it for like $7 used.
For the Game of the Year?
Just for the regular version of it.
Okay.
Game of the Year edition is $8.99 used, which is not too bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's $32 new, which actually isn't too bad. But I mean, it's a 360 game, so
$32 fucking dollars.
I mean, I'd rather just buy it. There's no digital code for the Game of the Year edition. There is a digital code for the
game and the DLC.
Well, no, there's a digital code for just the game. The main game.
Right. No, I'm sorry, I was thinking on the Xbox store.
Yeah.
Damn, so it's...
and on the Xbox store, they just sell it all separately. I don't know if there was a problem with the store today, or maybe something with my account, but it would not let me buy it on the Xbox store.
So what's
I
cool
didn't realize
is...
I could get the digital code from Amazon. I would have just bought it that way.
Right. That's what I remember. Was it me and you? You were having trouble with buying something on PlayStation Store, and I was like, dude, just go fucking buy the code from Amazon. It's so much easier. Drop the code in.
Actually, I just buy the frickin' PSN money and use that.
Right. Yeah.
But you're right. I get worried buying codes from... I guess I shouldn't worry from Amazon.
From Amazon, I don't worry. From like other places that I won't name on this podcast that I sometimes might go to because of the outstanding deals, I do worry. But no.
I think we've mentioned their names before.
I don't know what you're talking about. And if anybody wants to go dig up that footage, then great. Go listen to all of our podcasts till you find it.
Wait, you're talking about CD keys?
God damn it, Jeff. What if somebody would have listened to all of our podcasts in order to find that?
Oh, we wanted it to be like an Easter egg where they had to go back and listen to all the podcasts.
Well, somebody would have finally listened to the podcasts.
But you ruined it. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
You fucked it up, man. You fucked it up bad.
You could edit it out, except for now this is funny.
Well, yeah. Really interesting about the Red Dead Redemption BC. So I have the physical copy, right? When you put the physical copy in, I don't know if it's because of some changes they made for backward compatibility or what, but when you put the physical copy in, it says, hold on, and it downloads the whole digital game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't play from the disc, it downloads the whole game, and it plays the digital version while your physical one's just in the drive to authenticate.
Right. And, that's kind of how it worked on the 360. You would install the game. You could install any of the games like off disk to the drive, and it would only use the drive to authenticate the game to make sure you own it. So I actually installed a lot of the games that we played that way. And
once they added that feature to the Xbox, I did that to just about every game. I hated.
Yeah.
It fixed loading. It fixed a lot of things.
I definitely did it for Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto made you do it.
There was like a thread that told you like the best way to do it. One way was to have one disc of the game installed on the hard drive, and then not both discs. You don't want them both on the same drive, and then another disc installed on a USB stick.
Yeah, with GTA you had to install the first disc though. They forced you to.
No, yeah, I know, but by installing both, like one on the drive and one on a USB key, it streamed everything. There, like the pop-in was almost eliminated.
I can't believe that game was a goddamn 360 game. It's mind-boggling to me.
Yes.
That game was a 360 game. It looks so fucking good on PC.
So, speaking of very good games, Pokemon Go...
Don't say that was very good. Please don't. You can't, dude. This guy at my job.
I've never played it.
Okay.
Never played it. But
So this game has been out for years. By the way, they just called it something else.
Really?
Yes, that company made another game called God, what the fuck's the name of it? Nihilistic
it
makes.
just got a Nintendo license on it now, and
That's exactly what it is. It was a location-based game where you go and take over areas, and you'd have to, fight people for a thing. And now they just replaced that with Pokemon. Like, it's literally, well, maybe not literally, I'm using that. Like, it's very, very similar, this exact same game. And what ended up happening is, that game got creepy, and people started doing crazy shit. Like, when they took over an area, they would set, like, in real life, set booby traps and put up barricades to keep people from getting into this area to take it back over, and, like, fucking nonsense. Like anything else, if you introduce human beings, it gets fucked up.
So actually, speaking of how fucked up that can get, I'm glad you turned it into that direction.
Go on.
Kotaku reported
Oh.
that a young girl had, was playing the game, and she was going up I guess some river that was, or a lake that was near her house.
Right.
Looking for one of these Pokemon, because that's what you do in the game. You go to specific locations, and she had on her little adventure searching for this Pokemon, she discovered a dead body.
Great. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That body would have never gotten discovered if not for Pokemon Go Nintendo. Well, actually, I take that back. This game actually has nothing to do with Nintendo. The Pokemon company is making this with Nihilistic. Oh, Ingress is the name of the old game. It's still available. You can probably download it. It's dumb.
Well, Pokemon is Nintendo.
No. Big misconception. Nintendo owns a piece of Pokemon, a percentage, but Pokemon's a whole different company.
I don't think you're right about that.
Go ogle it.
I am ogling it as we speak.
Nobody else has. Nintendo has exclusivity on the games, but Nintendo is not. Like, Pokemon is not Nintendo. A lot of people think that. There's a Pokemon. There's a Pokemon company. But anyway, like I was saying, that app has zero. Like, Nintendo's logo is not anywhere. That's straight from the Pokemon company. So I can't give them shit for that, unfortunately.
Don't you like giving Nintendo shit?
I
give them
really
shit
do.
Anyway.
I should give them shit anyway. Like, you know what, Nintendo? If you knew anything, you wouldn't let these assholes make this dumb fucking game. But you don't know shit, motherfuckers.
Actually, that makes a lot more sense. Actually, that's weird. But it's like, I guess Nintendo doesn't like. I guess why would they correct people for making that mistake? But it's funny. It's because it's like even the media makes that mistake.
No, everybody makes that mistake. It's a very common thing. A lot of people think that Pokemon is a Nintendo property, and it's not.
Developed by Game Freak.
I was pretty sure that Pokemon was Nintendo property until just now.
No, I mean, I don't fault you for that. Like Bobby said, even people like Kotaku or Polygon will say, "Oh, Nintendo made Pokemon," and Nintendo made the game, but Nintendo doesn't own Pokemon.
Polygon.
We gotta get Johnny Polygon on this shit. See what he thinks about it.
Whatever happened with the guy who was talking about all the processors and the Dreamcast?
He never replied to me, unfortunately. I would have
man.
loved to have him on board.
That guy is he's a prodigy.
The Dreamcast too.
A prodigy of technology.
He's like, take my money. Everybody would line up to buy that shit.
Oh my god, dude! This
Like
guy
everybody.
just fucking appeared in front of me.
That's why the Dreamcast 1 was so successful.
That's exactly why the Dreamcast 1. That's why the Dreamcast 1's still the most successful Oh. Never mind. Except it's not even close. So I played some Rec Room. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I actually think the Dreamcast was legitimately destroyed by piracy.
Yeah, you could thank Microsoft for that shit, because guess who powered that operating system?
Compact edition.
I
remember that.
They're like, look, if we fucking roll out this thing full of piracy, we can launch our Xbox. Good idea. And then they do it, and then the Xbox is loaded with piracy. Soft mod, motherfucker.
Destroy them.
So I actually put an article on our website DroughGamingX.com. And I was talking about Rec Room. I played some Rec Room last night. It's a free to play game. God, I should know who makes this thing, but I'm a piece of shit. Here I have my computer up in front of me. Rec Room store
So
page.
I watched some of it. It looked like you were there with other people.
So it's a multiplayer. It's a multiplayer game. It's like this open world game. You're in like a gym, and you can go and play different mini games with random people or with your friends. And it's it's just little sports games, but there's something about it. And it's early access, so I don't know if they're gonna charge when it comes out or what the fuck. There's only 4 games to play right now and a lot of little bullshit to play. But it's very fucking cool. It has while it's not some AAA monster, it's like it kind of has that feel that Wii Sports had, like that thing that you can show people and they can just have a good fucking time with this thing, and it's really awesome like that, and you could just fuck around. Like this kid was sitting there walking around saying, "Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me?" So I took a dart and I threw it in his forehead. That happens. You can pick up a video camera in the game and record stuff that saves to a video file on your computer.
That's cool.
And then it makes the virtual reality.
I don't think that's how it works.
Because then I took the video out of the game, Bobby. It's not in the game anymore.
The files are in the computer.
Then it's in the computer, and computers are real life.
He's calling from inside your house.
He's calling from inside your computer. Yeah, so I think Rec Room's awesome, and I think if they do that game right and they keep adding good growth to it and keep adding things to it, that could be the game that people play with a VR with Vive at least, because Oculus refuses to tell anyone when they're releasing their Move controller. Speaking of their Move controller, anybody have any guesses how much that's going to cost?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's all.
I mean, they're at E3. They said
smoke and mirrors.
They said the ones at E3 were like near final.
No, smoke and mirrors. They're all in on it.
Okay. So no.
Well, I bet you. I don't see it being any less than $100.
Fuck no. I'm thinking somewhere between 200 and 250.
Damn. Why do you think it's going to cost that much?
I don't know. Just thinking about the technology that they are made of, and So I mean, what makes them more expensive than? Because that would make it the Rift with the. That would make the Rift with the controllers the same price as the Vive, or more expensive. Yeah. I think. I don't know. Just a hunch, I guess. I can't imagine them selling them. If a regular, I guess the way I'm looking at it is these are spatial motion controllers, and if a regular Xbox controller can retail for $60, then one of those can be $100 each, and they're gonna come in a pack of 2. So I'm guessing $200.
I kind of don't think so. I think it's going to be a hard sell to get people to buy. $200 controllers, even for VR.
That I don't think so. Because if you go to the Oculus forums, they're like lined up for. They've been waiting for this shit. They're tired of Vive people having an edge on them.
They're just like, I want my revenge.
No, there really is this weird. There is this weird. I might have spoken to you guys about it. A weird Reddit beef between Oculus people and Vive people.
So there's a feud between them.
It's this weird, stupid thing.
It's like the console wars, but with VR headsets.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what it is. It's stupid.
It's kind of what they want, though, right?
No, well, that's not what Gabe Newell wants. It kind of sounds like that's what Lucky Palmer wants. I can't tell. I don't know those guys personally, so I have no idea. But yeah. Now, I also heard. God, I should find the fucking article before I start talking. I should have been more prepared for this fucking podcast. So I read earlier this week that using Steam's statistics system, they've mapped out that they just broke 100,000 in sales of Vives this week.
Wow.
That's not a lot. I thought that was not a lot at all. And then,
no, it's not.
And then they did some other wizardry. I don't even know how, saying that the Vive outsells the Oculus 2-1. So that means there's 50,000.
Who are these people doing this wizardry?
I want to say it was Ars Technica. Like, I should have fucking saved that article. Well, the Vive numbers are relatively simple. Anyone can go and look at Steam stats, and if you look at Steam hardware stats, you could see how many Vives have connected. So that's easy. I don't know. I don't remember the math behind how they figured out the Oculus numbers. And, even in the article, they were like, hey, this is completely speculative. None of these companies have released sales stats. But if it's true, or even fucking close to true, that means there's a lot less VR headsets than I thought were out there.
That's probably why we're seeing Rifts show up in stores. Because not everybody's going to buy them online. They got to get in people's faces, and most regular people don't.
But I don't think Rift is doing a good job of that, because I don't think there's any Oculus demos anywhere. Because right now, if you go to a Best Buy, you can get a PlayStation demo, and if you go to a Microsoft store, you can get a Vive demo.
But even if they do demo them, the problem is that no one's going to go and just buy the headset. You got to buy all the other stuff to go with it.
You mean the Oculus?
Yeah, or the Vive. It's a hard sell in the store. Because it's like, okay, I want a VR headset. Well, what kind of fucking computer do you got?
Right.
It's like, and I don't.
Well,
I think
now you're just naming all the problems with VR as a whole, which is kind of where I was at.
Well, no, but what I'm getting at is just that I just don't see them selling. I never thought they were going to sell millions upon millions upon millions. But I
thought they would sell 1 million.
I thought they would sell at least 1 million.
And right now at the pace they're going now,
something closer than 10%.
Well, at the pace they're going now, they're being outsold by the WiiU. For being on the market for 3 months, the WiiU is killing VR, and that's considered a horrible failure.
Well, it's considered a horrible failure for a big game company.
Well, yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. Fine. Fuck you, Jeff. I take it back, man. Don't fuck you, man. I love you.
Same
yeah,
here.
But 100,000 is just not a lot considering all the.
Yeah, I thought I thought it would be a lot more. I was actually.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wait till I see some. I mean, it might. I'm not saying it's gonna be 1 million, but that just seems like I would imagine 100,000.
Well, the Oculus numbers are the only one. The Oculus numbers are the only one in question. The Steam numbers are legit because Steam publishes their numbers, their hardware numbers. Like, you can go and you can data mine Steam's shit. Like, you could see how many people have the lab installed and Steam VR installed, which is what they did. And they even said you don't actually have to have a Vive to install Steam VR, so there could be less than that.
Well, my point I'm trying to make is that I think they would be, especially, well, maybe not Facebook, but you think there'd be a little more panic behind those numbers, like, oh, we're only selling 100,000.
Well,
there'd be a little more hustle, a little more, I don't know, some more like.
Well, I think there is. On Steam, every day that, hey, we have Vives shipping in 2 days on Steam on the front page every time I load up Steam, and we don't know what they're doing. We don't know if they're like, fuck, man. We don't know if there is panic because they can't look like they're panicking. Everyone, when you're a company, you have to act like, hey, look, calm down, business as usual. The masses can't think we're freaking out by this. 100,000 is perfectly normal. I don't know. I just thought it was. I don't know. It was weird, for sure. We'll see. So, now, when you really all right. So here's when you know that things are going horrible. Which I don't think this will happen because they kind of can't without looking bad. When they start selling Vives for $400.
I think they'll wait until the second iteration to do something.
I agree, and then Jeff will buy 2.
One for each.
One for each eye.
Right. That's how I roll.
He'll put one on his head like the right way and one on facing backwards like a backwards hat.
I do like my backwards hats.
He does like a backwards hat. So he's backward Vive.
So I don't think they need. I don't think they need console numbers to be successful. But 100,000 is like embarrassing. It seems like, right? Like that's.
I mean, I don't think it's embarrassing, but it makes sense. It makes more sense why you don't have EA saying, "Yeah, we're rolling out this fucking Dead Space 4 is VR game."
Yeah.
AAA, $250 million VR game. It makes sense because if those numbers are even close to right, then you can only sell 150,000 copies of this game.
Right.
And that's not going to make your money back. Not even close.
And you're not going to sell 150,000.
No, because everybody's not going to buy a $60 VR game.
Right.
Which that's a whole other problem, man. Do you guys ever just go inside Steam and look at the VR games, the VR section?
No.
They are not all of them, because some companies, they know their thing is a little tech demo and they make it a $3 thing, and that's fine, like that lightsaber thing. But some of these companies, man, these things are marked up really bad, man. Some of them are. The pricing, the premium you pay because it's VR is very annoying right now. And to me, the VR scene is very indie, right? But the pricing is not indie pricing. It's I don't know. They got to get that shit together too. They got to figure out. They got to find a bit. It's very bad when you go in there. It's like, come on, man. This is a fucking cell phone game that you've made VR, and it's $25. That's not cool. I'm not saying that no work went into it. I'm not saying that it's a shitty game. I'm saying this is literally a cell phone game that you've turned into a VR game, and it's $25.
Literally a game that is on your cell phone.
Oh, it's not on my cell phone right now, but you know what I'm talking about, that airplane game where you land the airplanes. It's the Air Patrol or whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, I'm supporting you. It's at least it's a cell phone game concept that's been ripped off.
Well, yes, it's definitely it's okay. You're right. It's not that game. It's not by name that game, but it's that same game in VR.
Yeah. Right.
And it's $25 because VR, which again, they hired some team and they probably put a lot of work into that thing, and it looks like a very good game. It's got very positive reviews. And the very positive review thing is another problem with VR games. A ton of them.
What's that?
A ton of them have great reviews, because, and I'm guessing it's because maybe it's someone's first day with VR and they're like just about everything, unless the game's broken, it has very good reviews. It could be a fucking 5-minute thing and it has very good reviews. A 5-minute thing I saw this problem in the Gear VR store, the Gear store, Oculus store too. When I was messing with the Gear, people just like things because it's VR, and they gave shit has good reviews that I'm like, this is pretty shitty and basic, but it's I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I really want to know 12 months from now, what are we talking about in VR? Are we is there a big VR game on the way, or are we just hey man, you want to play a VR game this weekend? No, let's all hook up our VR on Saturday and play Rec Room, and then that's it. I don't know. Or if they finally come out with that masturbation simulator that I've been hoping for.
Isn't that already out?
Well, what the fuck am I doing on this podcast then?
Isn't that what the whole point of VR?
You hear the sound? Do-do-do. Mic logs off.
I like that it's a masturbation simulator. It's not even a simulation of something you couldn't do by yourself.
No. It's something that I could totally just do in real life, but I don't. Who the fuck wants real life? There's a reason we're buying VR, man.
Who wants to jack their own dick?
Jack a virtual dick, motherfucker.
Stupid.
It's funny because Rec Room, you have a body and you have hands, and you can do stuff like bend over and lay down and move your hands, and you open and close your hands and shit like that, right? And as soon as you walk in, there's these rules of the community, because it's a multiplayer game. It's the lobby's just people walking around, fucking around, and shooting basketballs and shit. The first thing, rule of community, no sexual gestures. You will be banned. It's they knew beforehand that people are fucking people, and they're gonna jack shit off.
You're just gonna walk around
Jacking
making
shit
jack-off gestures.
Yeah, well, I was actually in one of the rooms. I don't know if I did this on the video. I think I did. I was in one of the rooms alone, so there was no one to report me, and I did jack-off gestures, so I got away with
it. just to see what would have happened.
I looked around, and I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
To see if there are any like moderators watching everyone privately all the time.
Guy pops into my screen.
You
like,
know,
you're gone, motherfucker.
When I was
Surprise, motherfucker!
when I was in Alt Space VR for like the first time,
God, that was
in one of the
worst.
rooms.
For me, it
in
was
one
the
of the
worst.
rooms,
You guys know the story.
excuse me. In one of the rooms, there was this person, like a whole group of people, talking about like some guy trying to molest a girl in VR, and it was like this huge discussion over like what's right and wrong about it, and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck?
But like,
I
were
mean,
they
like,
really into it? Like, serious, honest discussion?
Yeah, it was like a real discussion.
Did you partake?
No, I was just listening. I didn't want to get involved because
Wait,
no one who was talking really wanted to listen to anybody else's opinion. They just wanted to wait for their next turn to talk.
Was it you that was?
It was you, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
It was you, wasn't it?
Were you the perpetrator?
No.
If I saw that,
Look,
if I saw that happening,
Irv had a Gear VR before I did.
Well, all of us did. If I walked in and saw that conversation happening, I would probably walk up to the first woman and just grab her VR boobs, and then walk out and don't say a word. VR meditation.
For the sake of realism, I feel like everybody must have VR boobs.
But here's the thing I'm trying to think of. It's like it makes me think like, okay, if you have your like 7-year-old kid in Alt Space VR,
right,
then you're not really supervising your kid very well. I mean, it's a place they'll be where strangers will be. I mean, sure, a chat room is the same place, but you got a whole different level of interaction going on in there. You know,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm kind of with you.
You know,
I mean, I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. You shouldn't have like. That's the thing. It goes back to that thing we were talking about with assault rifles earlier. You're right. That kids kids shouldn't be in there, but at the same time, we really shouldn't have to worry about a kid playing a video game. Like the fact that we have to worry is kind of fucking sickening.
Well, but that problem has been around before VR.
Right,
it's just it's got another weird form now that's crazy. I mean, you think about it, Xbox Live's just another place I wouldn't want my kid all the time. And it's not even because I'm afraid of like some guy trying to molest a kid. It's because kids on there in general are fucking assholes, and I don't want my kid to become an asshole too.
Well, mine has to be because she has to learn from me.
She learned it from watching you.
I learned it from watching you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, VR is a weird thing. I mean, I don't know when the first time someone's going to be like, oh, this girl got lured out to some place in VR and then got butt-fucked and killed, and then they're suing Oculus or some shit. I don't fucking know, man.
Wow. Like, Mike's just like, gotta make this as graphic as possible to get my point across.
They somehow crossed the VR real-world barrier.
He was able to penetrate her from the virtual world.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Remember when we were talking before the podcast about how this shit gets out of hand? I think it just happened. Yeah. I think it just happened.
At least we're honest with what we're thinking,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. That'll get us off the hook.
No, it probably won't.
No, it absolutely
won't. He said he was honest about it.
Yeah. He supports rape.
Oh, good.
It's like your friend, your dumbass friend at work.
Bobby.
No, Bobby. Remember, he was that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I forget which story I told you to.
Where he's like, he said to call himself something, and then he picked some name. And like, nah, that guy's in jail for rape. And he's like, cool. Like, cool. You think rape is cool?
Oh, that one. Yeah, no, he's just a kid. It was funny.
That was very funny.
Huh?
That was very funny.
I just love when someone offers me on a silver platter words to turn around onto them.
Bobby can't resist.
He cannot.
I can't. I learned it from watching Mike.
I learned it from watching you.
Mike, now let me tell you something. Mike loves to do that shit to people.
Do
he
what?
Loves it. You know what?
Do what?
to twist people's words. You fucking love it. You live off of it.
You're right. I'm doing it right now just to eat. See, look, I'm on Steam, right? And I'm like, oh, let's see what a new VR game came out. Fruit Ninja VR came out.
All right, dude. I've been waiting for Fruit Ninja VR.
No, it actually looks really cool. I'm not saying that sarcastically. It looks legitimately cool.
So, like, Fruit Ninja is one of the games that made mobile gaming legit.
Right.
Why not VR?
You're absolutely correct.
See, but that's the thing.
It's $15.
But that's the thing. So you're saying, I understand the price thing, but the thing that I don't like, that's making me worry, is that it feels like VR games are going to become more and more and more and more like mobile games, and that's all that we're going to get on VR is mobile type games.
Well, yeah, because there's like limitations to how you can play, right?
Well, yeah,
the same way that
it comes back to like that whole like that thing with movement. It's really hard to make, that full immersive game that everybody wants when you got to teleport to walk, or you got to you can't walk, or you got to ride on a fucking rail or something like that. Like even that guy that played the PlayStation, what's the name of that game? The Polygon article you sent, Jerf.
Forerunner or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that one game, the FPS, the quote unquote FPS that Sony's making, and I only put
the on rails FPS.
Well, I say FPS in quotes because I didn't play it, but from the way Giant Bomb described it, it seemed like it's not an actual FPS. It's like an area moves to a new area where you can move around that area and kill things, and then you move to another area on a rail, and then it's not an FPS. And that seemed like that article was not saying that. It seemed a little misleading. So maybe Giant Bomb got it wrong. Maybe that guy got it wrong. I don't fucking know. But even that guy playing that game said the game was great until he got sick.
It's it would be amazing if that game was called Forerunner, but it's not. It's called Farpoint.
Farpoint, that's it. So he said it was pretty cool. He liked it until he got sick. And Sony's pushing 60 frame per second VR games. They're okay with that. They're gonna it's that's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not cool. They're gonna make people sick. They're gonna turn the masses off of VR is what they're gonna do.
I thought it was because it was sub 60 frames per second.
No, it needs to be 90 for your brain to buy it. And that's why anything below 90, when you do when you buy a Vive, it makes you do this system check, and it'll do this thing, and it'll tell you, hey, X amount of frames are under 90, and you want to keep that to as close to 0 as possible, because 90 is the number at which everything works. And that's why when you have performance problems, it feels fucking weird. But Sony's pushing these games out, and they said the same thing about Resident Evil and that's Farpoint game, and they're pushing these games out at 60, and they think it's okay, and probably because they have to because of the hardware,
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's not cool.
I would assume. Otherwise, they would.
Because here's what's going to happen. Vive might be at 100,000. Maybe it'll be at 150 or 200,000 by September. I'm not sure. But Sony will sell 1 million of those things.
Yeah.
And if they're going to make fucking 850,000 of them sick. That's not going to help the VR industry grow. You're just gonna have a bunch of people like, yeah, VR is cool, but like I don't know. I play after I play. Remember what people used to say about the Virtual Boy? They get a headache or something. Like after I play for fucking an hour, I start to feel weird and I have to stop playing for a day.
Well, there's reasons for that other than it being VR. One, it didn't mount. It didn't have a strap. Like you didn't strap it onto your head. You actually had to like put it on a table and lean into it.
Well, no. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that the reasons are the same. I'm saying that doomed the Virtual Boy. People had headaches, and well, that's not the only thing that doomed the Virtual Boy. I should not say that. Virtual Boy was doomed from the beginning, but I wanted one. But whatever. Let's table that. But
I still want one.
Yeah, but for different reasons. Having one now is very cool, actually.
Yeah. It's tote retro.
It's so fucking Seattle awesome that yeah.
That shit is Seattle as fuck.
It's not just awesome, but it's fucking Seattle awesome. There's some dude in Seattle listening to the podcast like, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, let's go play Virtual Boy all night.
He's like, they're using Seattle? Seattle's so over.
I'm moving to Florida.
That is so Florida.
Seattle's over. I'm moving to Florida. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think. I think Sony should. Well, too late now, I guess. Like, I don't know. And it makes sense. The games they were showing when I went, you weren't allowed to play any for more than like 3 minutes. So that's not quite enough time for it to start making you feel weird. It looked fine, my short bursts, and the games they had on demo were not the nice ones. They were, Eve Valkyrie and what's this other one? What's it called? Headmaster. Which these are low poly, low res games. This tank game, Battlezone or some shit. Again, just very basic 3D models. So those games probably were running fine because supposedly the PlayStation VR supports frame rates up to 120. So I'm sure those games were running at 90 and it was fine. But then you go, the ones that are really selling, the Batman and the fucking Resident Evil and the Big Thing and this Farpoint is running at 60. It's not going to help anything. In fact, it's going to make shit worse. If you go and make a million people buy this thing early and then hate it, like that's not helping anything. It's not helping the Vive, it's not helping the Oculus, it's not helping that industry. Alright, I'll shut up now. There's a game on Steam called Homebrew that I really want to buy for some reason, because reasons.
What is it?
It says Vehicle Sandbox.
Oh wait, I think I saw that. I almost bought it.
It looks like Gary's mod for vehicles. It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
I kind of want it.
So I just did something really dumb in the forest.
Uh-oh.
I cut a bunch of trees down next to my camp.
Don't tell me it fell on your house.
And it destroyed some shit. And I've been playing and I haven't seen that happen, so I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I learned, I knocked down this thing, and thank God it wasn't our house. Like, I knocked down something with a tree, and I was like, okay, that happens.
I built a bunch of custom walls next to a mountain, and then I was felling trees near it, and they fell on the walls and fucking destroyed the walls.
Do you at least get some of the parts from the walls?
I don't.
Do you get some of the logs from the walls? At least a portion of them?
I think you do sometimes, but it's like if you have 6 logs, you get like 1 back.
Oh man, it should at least be like 3. Jeez.
Yeah.
So what about like when your house got destroyed? How much of your house did you get back?
So that's what I mean. Like they destroyed my whole cabin, and I think I got 2 logs.
Oh my god, you had the 82 wood cabin?
The cabin, yeah. So it's like 90 logs or something.
82.
80, well, whatever it is.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, me and Bobby finally built that one.
Yeah.
Me and Bobby, we changed the name of the game from the forest to 2 homos living in the woods. It's like, bend over to save the game. Alright, Bobby, it's your turn.
Oh, man. I think Bobby disconnected.
Oh, did he? Oh, man.
I didn't hear it. I just haven't heard him.
Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, he's still on Discord. I just don't see any movement. No activity. As you watch the Bobby he goes to feed. He does not know he's on mute, and something's wrong with his computer.
Watch his beautiful movements through the forest.
Now, as he decides to feed and mate, he must take he must take the anal beads out of his ass. Ah, there he is. Reddit anal beads.
He must decide whether or not he wants the anal beads in his asshole.
The only problem is the anal beads can only be removed with his mouth. These are like Earth jokes we're wasting on Bobby.
Oh my god, I'm dying right now.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're on your external microphone though.
What about now?
Perfect.
All right. So I heard all that shit.
And you agree.
He's like, I'm totally fucking into it.
How did you guys know?
That was good.
So, could we not,
Tell people?
say, no, not totally ridicule, homosexuals on the podcast?
I mean, I know. Come on. I mean, I'm about to say that thing that me and Jeff was just making fun of, actually. One of my best friends is
It's true, though.
It is true. And I could see... yes, you're right. I could see how someone that does not know me would think that I'm some kind of fucking anti-gay bigot, and it's not even close to true.
No, it's not true at all. And to be fair, we were more making fun of the fact that you have weird sexual desires with the anal beads and such.
No. That stuff is fine. I'm not...
And by the way, true.
I just wanted to subtly let the world know. Or not so subtly.
Bend over to save.
We walk into the cabin and I start tearing up. What's wrong, Mike? It's my turn to save.
Everybody has a first time, Mike.
Don't worry. The first time hurts the least.
Or it's like, what's that guy's name in Training Day? Taco or something?
Oh,
Nacho.
You ever get your shit pushed in? Oh, you mean Tuco?
Yeah, Tuco, yeah.
Tuco/Nacho.
Yeah, the scariest fucking guy on earth.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy is terrifying.
Every one of those guys in that house.
Yeah, Smiley.
They were just weird.
Smiley was pretty scary. Yeah, I agree with you. Smiley was the leader one, the one that put him in the fucking bathtub, getting ready to shotgun his goddamn face. Just in case you weren't sure, I'm about to put a shotgun round through your face. No offense.
Nothing personal, just business.
This is business, bro. Motherfucker, dude.
What's he supposed to say?
All right. Throw a fist bump out. Yeah, you cool. Don't worry, you cool.
We cool.
We cool. It's business then. All right, man. Go ahead, man. Hit me up. Let my wife know that you had to blow my goddamn face up. And he wasn't even gonna shoot him with a pistol. He was gonna put a shotgun to his face.
Yeah, one thing I thought is how is the buckshot not gonna go into the shower in the tub? Shooting him point blank range.
Well, if he puts it close enough, his skull should capture most of it. To be honest. I mean,
thanks for the education.
I mean, so buckshot doesn't. It's round. It doesn't tear like a bullet does. So if he puts it right at his face, he'll destroy his face. But most of it, he won't have too much coming out of the other side. He'll just blow the guy's face off. So his tub should be totally fine. He kept the shower curtain closed, for blood spatter. So it should have been okay, I'm just trying to say Smiley had good intentions with keeping the house clean.
I just imagine a blood geyser.
It would bleed it wouldn't bleed that bad actually, because he would die instantly and his heart would stop pumping, so it would just leak. Really, it wouldn't like it would. It's not like in the video games how it shoots blood straight out of their neck. That wouldn't happen.
No, I didn't. I was exaggerating.
Oh.
One. Two, I was just thinking, like, even with the curtain closed, wouldn't it just splatter everywhere, though?
Well, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be as bad as you think. Like, his face will be very bad, but blood-wise, it won't be as.
It sounds
I just
pretty
want to
bad.
say, first of all, I want to say I'm your friend. Second of all, you know a lot. You know a lot more about murder than I'm comfortable with.
It has nothing to do with murder. I was in the military. I've seen a couple things, and when someone dies, they don't fucking gush blood. They just die. That's it.
Cool, Mike.
This got dark. We're going to edit out this whole 10-minute segment about shotguns to the face.
It's a pop culture reference, okay?
Yeah, I was talking about a movie. Duh. Right? Yeah.
Guys.
Hello? You guys log in? You guys want to play the Forest?
I just did something else really dumb.
I log into the Forest game, and then I see Bobby's building his own cabin. I'm not living with you.
There's too many secrets.
Or he pulls like a Skylar White, or she's like, I'm afraid of you. Me?
I don't know you anymore.
I don't know who you are. I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. We're safe. I'm afraid of you.
Oh. You know what's funny about that? It's like, she's going to say that. Like, the whole thing is for her to say, no, I'm afraid of you.
Right. We just passed that part yesterday or something.
Good show.
So, after we played the Forest, I logged into my own save to see, if I had kept my stuff, and I didn't. And I noticed...
Did not?
No, it was the same stuff I had on my own local save, so I think the save for the co-op save is different.
Oh, yeah. The shit your person has on them is going to change based on what game you're in.
But I found, in my playthrough, the map is different, so I see, I get out, the same part of the plane that we were in, but it's in a different spot. Mm-hmm. But there's, a lake near me, and it has the head of the plane in the water.
You
so
found the other part of the plane?
Well, I found another part of the plane.
Whoa.
Yeah. I found the other part of my plane too. I just haven't gone to it because it's far away from my camp.
I went in and I found a flare gun and a couple electronic devices too that you could scavenge.
Oh,
like a cell phone?
Boards.
Oh, I found circuit boards. You can use those to make bombs.
Yeah, I have not found any circuit boards yet.
On my single player game, there's all these crates, the big shipping containers that you see on big ships. Those big shipping containers.
Yeah.
There's on the beach of mine, there's 5 of those laying there, and inside of them have cardboard boxes that I broke and found a ton of electrical equipment. And that's how I found those on my single player. In me and Bobby's game is the most brutal one yet. There's no favors. The water's down and the ocean's far away, and that fucking camp is right across the hill, and it's we have a very small area where we're safe by the airplane. I like that game a lot.
I think it's probably makes sense to venture out away from the airplane.
Is your camp far from the airplane?
No, it is not. But I'm saying
we ventured from the airplane, but we made sure that the camp is right by that goddamn airplane.
You mean just because the stuff spawns there and you can come back?
Yeah, and plus until they patch it, the suitcases still respawn and give us fucking energy bars every now and again.
Yeah.
Energy bars. But we have a good system going. We have water collectors, several water collectors. We have a meat curing station. I somehow killed fucking 2 deers with my axe.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any deer yet because I haven't really made any. I have a hard time killing birds, or I haven't really tried to kill a lot of birds. So I can't make arrows.
We haven't been able to get feathers, so basically twice I turned around, saw a deer, and just hacked it to death.
I wonder with a spear, if a spear will let us kill
That
the
might-
birds to get feathers.
A spear might be better for the
So-
fucking deer.
It might be better for the fucking dudes too, because the spear's
Well,
probably
Jeff
faster.
said, well, it keeps them further away from you, which is
Yeah,
good. So
so-
Jeff said, use a spear.
When I made a spear for the first time, it was like the best thing ever because I've been killing people with an axe and they get really close to you. So like if
Right.
you have a spear, then it's a little bit easier to keep them away. But it's not. I don't know. I think it's not as powerful as an axe or something. I don't know.
Probably. Well,
If you go into the inventory, it shows like the stats for them.
well that stone axe is nice because when you hit them, they fall. Like it's so strong that they fall on the ground with the first hit, and you can kill them while they're on the ground really quickly. So that's why I like that big stone axe.
I cannot wait to make a metal axe.
Oh yes.
I don't see a recipe for it though. So maybe actually you probably never get to make anything really advanced.
Yeah, I don't think the game gets that advanced because like what's available to you. It's not like Minecraft where we're gonna be.
Well, it is. Well, no, I think it's also because it's an alpha. Maybe none of that stuff's in the game yet.
Right, yeah. That's also very true. And you guys interested in Song of the Deep?
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
Insomniac's new game coming out next week. It's a Metroidvania game that takes place underwater. I think I saw it when I was at RTX. I think it looks fucking cool.
I didn't even know they were making this game.
Really? It's pretty,
Yeah.
It looks pretty awesome.
I think I heard about it, but I didn't know. The last thing I knew that Insomniac did was release Ratchet and Clank.
It's also the first. Wait, it's Insomniac, right? I hope I'm not fucking up that developer. Let me fucking pull up GoOggle here.
That's weird. GameSpot already reviewed it. It's got a 6.
Really? There's several reviews out, and most of them
Well,
have been positive.
This is GameSpot.
Right. Yeah, it's Insomniac. Yeah, I read a couple different reviews, and it seemed to be. I mean, basically, it comes down to: do you like Metroidvania games? Yes, then it's good. No, then you're probably not going to like it. It's not going to change your mind. That's what it comes down to, you know. It's a Metroidvania game, for better or for worse. And I like Metroidvania games, and I think this would go really good with my series that I'm doing, more Metroidvania.
So it's got a Metascore on Metacritic.
Yeah, I didn't check it yet though.
So it's got 72, which isn't bad.
Yeah, that's about that you know that it's a good game level where it's better if you kind of like what we were talking about with what's this game you're playing?
Mighty Number 9.
Mighty Number 9. If you like Mega Man games, you'll probably like that, and if you don't, you probably won't. It's not going to change your mind. That's kind of what I think this is sitting at. Like if you like Metroidvania games, it's probably gonna be like, oh, this is fucking cool and new. And if you don't, then you're gonna be like, what the fuck am I playing this garbage for? Yeah, I'll probably buy that. It's the first game published by GameStop's new publishing wing. So GameStop is actually publishing it themselves.
Weird.
Yeah.
So are they going to have even digital publishing of it too?
I think it's going to be digital. I think it comes out a day later on digital, if I remember what the guy said to me at RTX. He said something like that, but it was loud, and I was like trying to play the game. Oh man, I haven't talked about RTX on a cast yet. Shit. I played a lot of cool shit at RTX last week. Really cool
Tell
shit.
people what RTX is in case they don't know.
RTX is a video game / internet event. Kind of like PAX, I guess.
It's Rooster Teeth.
It's Rooster Teeth, yeah. I thought it was nice. I thought it was awesome. It was a smaller event than PAX, but I also felt like it was more full than PAX. But
I'm actually kind of glad that they're doing one too, because they're another webcomic like Penny Arcade is.
Right.
And it PAX, at least up here, I don't know what it's like in PAX South or PAX East, but it is just like ridiculous. It's like fucking packed all the time.
Yeah, PAX was kind of crazy, and a little like, what's the word? I don't know. There wasn't that much new stuff there, but there was a lot of stuff there. And PAX, there's like a whole other building for board games. It was just madness, you know.
Well, they rent a ton of buildings here,
right?
For it too.
Well, the one over there is PAX Prime, right? That's the main one.
Yeah, it's just the venue, like not the venue, but the it's just every year it grows. Like the amount of people that come, and it's people come in from out of the country and out of state.
Right.
And it's just like my friends are like, "Are you going to go to a PAX this year?" And I'm like, "Maybe one day." I haven't even bought tickets; they already sold out. They sell out. They used to be like when I moved here. It used to be you could wait like 2 months and buy tickets. Now they literally sell out within minutes. Like they're like concert tickets. You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, it's just too crowded now. It's like going to a theme park, but even the lines are longer.
I got lucky with PAX South because I went super early because I wanted to get in early, and I was able to play Oculus stuff and shit that lines went crazy for later really early. So I did it right. And that's where I played Job Simulator and all that shit for the first time, which is kind of weird because I own that shit now. But Rooster Teeth was cool. It was kind of refreshing. It was like, there was a whole section of which I know PAX does this too, but this was a little bit more like accessible of like indie games where people were just like, hey, I developed it. You're talking to the actual developer of the game and all that stuff. And I saw a game called Live Lock, which looks like a futuristic Diablo. I think that game looks fucking amazing. And I tried that out, and that's cool. I can't wait for that to come out. I played Strafe. I know Jerf asked me about that, which is kind of like a really fast, old school, kind of Quake-ish style FPS game.
But is it VR?
No. Well, not the version I played. So if it's coming to VR, I doubt it's coming to VR. The game moves like Quake. It moves very fast, and I imagine that in VR is going to make some serious fucking vomit missiles.
But that was the whole deal, right? It's like old school, almost like a Quake clone.
It's like, yeah, it's straight up like Quake type FPS, and it's very cool, very fast, and like you're fighting all these mobs, and I thought it was fun as shit. There was another game there that I forgot the name of that I played in Devolver's booth. There was this other weird open area Japanese anime looking fighting thing called RWBY or something like that, which people seem to love, and I thought it was dumb. So
that seems to happen a lot to you.
Yeah, well, you also got to think, like, I'm fucking 35, gonna be 36 this month, and these kids are all 18 and 19, so the thing that they think is cool and what I think is cool are probably very fucking different. So I saw this Song into Deep, that was awesome. There's a bunch of stuff there that I probably am forgetting now, but yeah, Rooster Teeth is a really good show if one's in your area. I don't know if they only do Austin or what, but I would recommend going to it. I only went on Sunday. I didn't go the whole weekend pass. The weekend pass was sold out, and Saturday was sold out. So cool. A fuck ton of cosplay. You guys know how much I fucking love cosplay.
What's your favorite thing?
It's my favorite thing in the whole fucking world. If I could choose one thing ever, it would be cosplay.
Just in general, like in life?
In life, just pick something. Cosplay. Because what is life if not a costume about life?
We were at the store.
Deep AF.
And I was near the magazine section.
Don't tell me there's a cosplay magazine.
There's a cosplay magazine.
No.
Really? No, there was.
It's right next to Vaping Quarterly.
No.
Are you fucking with me right now? There's a cosplay magazine?
No, I swear to God, there was a cosplay magazine, and I was like, whoa, is there
Don't lie, did you buy it?
No, I didn't buy it.
You flipped
Is it an adult magazine?
Why am I gonna buy? Okay, if I want to look at cosplay, there's easier ways to do it than
That's
buy a
true.
fucking
Just go
magazine.
to Kotaku and Luke Plunkett will fucking post cosplay every 35 minutes. Here, let's test this. Hold on.
Alright, I'm at Kotaku right now.
How long before you see a cosplay article? Watch, it proves me wrong. You have to go down 6 pages.
And then it's the guy with the Metal Gear Solid.
I can't wait till people start cosplaying.
Nope, it's not on the first page.
Yeah, it sure isn't. Fuck. Come on, Luke. Don't fucking let me down, man. I Can't
This
wait
is the
till.
one time you want cosplay to be there. Because actually, I agree with you. There's like every other article is about cosplay. But you know what's happening? The reason this is happening, why you don't see so much cosplay, is because Overwatch is out.
But it's not always Overwatch people.
Well, no, what I mean is that there's an article about Overwatch every other article almost.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like, I get, you guys like Overwatch. Why does everything got to be about Overwatch all the time, every day? I guess that's just how things go.
Gotta get them clicks.
It's the most popular thing ever.
Okay, so I had to get to page 3 when I found a Mass Effect cosplay, but guess what? Luke Plunkett. Yeah.
Witness. So this is on Kotaku by Patrick Klepek.
Klepek? I like Patrick Klepek. He's my favorite one over there.
Witness a Castlevania Symphony of the Night speedrunner beat the game blindfolded. Why? This is the thing. This is just me. Unless you're deaf, right? Why the fuck are you playing a game that you don't want to look at? Like,
I don't think he doesn't want to look at it. I think he wants to prove that he's so good at Castlevania and knows it so well he can beat it blindfolded.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
It is, but
the amount of dedication to do that is mind-boggling. How do you fight bosses like that?
That's not that. How do you only play Symphony of the Night? Because that's I love Symphony of the Night. Actually, I'm playing it on my Vita.
Plus for Alice 10 times over.
But
name drop.
Yeah, playing it on my Vita.
Playing on my PlayStation Vita.
The only one in circulation still.
You're the only person with a PlayStation Vita, but it's not because it's new.
Bobby can sell his PlayStation Vita for $600,000, as it will be the last remaining Vita on Earth.
But it's just that would be the only game you could play to beat the game blind, always, all the time.
Yeah,
and then you're always all the time playing it without looking at it.
Or he's like autistic and he memorized it very quickly.
You know what? He is the Rain Man of Symphony of the Night.
Right.
Watch, this guy is one of our subscribers, one of the few.
He's gonna post a comment on this. He's gonna be like, unsubscribe. You guys hurt me, cut me, be deep.
Pre-order canceled.
Pre-order canceled. What do you mean it's on? What do you mean it's on Xbox One too? Pre-order canceled.
God damn it! How dare you bring this to Xbox One also?
Fuck that. Ugh, God. That's been going on forever. Why? Yeah. Why do you fucking care so much?
Dude, remember when Final Fantasy came to Xbox 360 when Final Fantasy 13 got announced?
It's gonna ruin the game.
Like, really? It's gonna ruin the game? Yeah, people are pretty fucking ridiculous. And it's like, alright. And not only that, but if you think about it in retrospect, put Final Fantasy 13 on other systems just helped you, because then you'd be the one with that shitty game. I fucking hate that game. I think I hate that game more than, like... I don't hate the game. I hate what it did to that series that I love. More than, I think, what Twilight Princess did to Zelda for me.
The thing is, with Final Fantasy 13, is that Final Fantasy 12...
was so good.
But it wasn't just good, it was just, like, no one cared about it. You know what I mean? Like, even there's lots of Final Fantasy fans that just don't like Final Fantasy 12 because it's not turn-based. Just because it's not turn-based.
Right.
And that's what that's the product that Final Fantasy 13 is. That's why it was made. Because people were like that.
But Final Fantasy 13's combat is even worse. It's the stupid fucking paper, rock, scissors.
It's not, well, I wouldn't, the thing is, it's not worse. It's just bad. Like, the thing is, Final Fantasy 12's wasn't bad for something to be worse than. You know what I mean?
You're right, right, yeah. Well, Final Fantasy 13's battle system went backwards. Yeah. Like, it was really, really dumb.
There's only, like, one flaw in Final Fantasy 12 that I think that kind of hurt it for most people, and I think the Gambit system, you program your other guys, and you tell them how to act in combat,
Right.
automatically.
Right.
Like if someone's blind, use a fucking eye drops, or
Right.
if this guy's full health, heal him. The problem is all those commands you can't just buy them immediately in the game. You have to
Right.
find
You have to
them,
get them.
or some sources. And some of the most basic ones that you think should have at the beginning of the game, you don't find until like either halfway through or a quarter way, and they're scattered. And I feel like that's like the strength of the game right there, and you've handicapped people a lot right from the beginning from using it,
Right.
and enjoying the game with
Yeah,
it.
that thing didn't get useful for quite a while.
Yeah. And I think that's why Final Fantasy XII isn't loved it like all the other ones, because it takes a lot of RPGs take sometimes they take a minute to get into before they start to get good, but that one it took a while.
Right.
But I love playing it. I can't wait till the HD version comes out.
Yeah, I plan to buy that. Final Fantasy's. I think you know this, maybe not anyone else, but like, FF12 is actually my favorite Final Fantasy game. I actually
also recently bought Vagrant Story for my Vita. However, well, not for my Vita, but just the digital version.
Yeah, just the PS1 version.
Yeah. But the problem is the Vita, it has slowdowns when you play it.
Oh, that's not cool.
It's not. Yeah, it's. I'm like, whoa, why the fuck is it doing that?
That's not okay.
No, it's not.
For
a
PS1 game.
Yeah.
That's running on hardware that's supposed to be like PS3 quality.
Yeah.
Wow, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Which I still don't understand why they took away PS1 BC for PS4.
I don't get that either. I don't understand why they don't have PS2 BC on it automatically either. Like, I can understand PlayStation 3.
I mean,
well,
that's because they want to sell PS2 games at their own rate. So that's the only reason for that.
I think Microsoft is doing the smartest thing with their BC.
Yeah, the way they're handling that, they're doing it like champs. Like that's the way to do it.
I think they understand something that Sony doesn't quite get, and I think that even Nintendo understands this, which is kind of an amazing thing. But well, to some degree.
No, with Nintendo, I think it's necessity.
I don't want to give them too much credit. To some degree, because they're backwards compatible at least with the Wii, right? At least with the previous console, and the Wii was backwards compatible with the GameCube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but with Nintendo, I feel like it's more like bullshit necessity than them doing it right. Like they generally launch with no games, so they kind of have to have something to play.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the reason they do it. I mean, maybe
it has to be. Like they'll launch a console with 2 fucking games.
Well, my point is that Microsoft understands.
I feel like I haven't talked enough shit about Nintendo, so that's sorry.
Microsoft understands that 360 games, a lot of the games from that era, are still very relevant today. Like they still sell on Steam,
right?
So why not sell our fucking versions of the game in the Xbox store, on sale, and just make them work on the Xbox One? It just makes the Xbox One more attractive,
right?
Which it does. I mean, it's smart. And then not only are they releasing the games, I know this isn't true for all of them, but like Red Dead Redemption, it's an enhanced version of it. So it's as long as you own it, but you play it on Xbox One, it's a better version of the game.
Right.
So
yeah, I'll probably play that tonight. I got to do some Rec Room. Me and PNP Gaming, PNP Ozzy are gonna do some a Rec Room video.
I think PNP Gaming is like a whole other site.
It is, but he's my dude, and we're gonna do a Rec Room video where we'll probably do sexual
No, what I mean is I think PNP Gaming, I think that's
No, I mean his channel is PNP Gaming.
I'm thinking of PvP Online. Sorry.
Oh. So yeah, we're gonna do some Rec Room. I'll probably do Sexual Gestures because, reasons.
Yeah, because he's there.
Yeah, I mean, why not? What are you guys gonna be playing?
I don't know what I'm gonna do after the cast.
I'm gonna try not to die in Forest.
Oh, you're still playing Forest? I do want to play some fucking Forest.
Sneaking up on me.
It's easy to play that game and get lost in it for a while.
I like that game a whole lot. You guys got any cool plans for the weekend?
Yeah, my dad's coming over.
Your dad's cool. I like your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna work on some more music stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
And the GeForce, the NVIDIA's 250 GeForce, the 1060.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yeah.
No, we haven't talked about the 480 either. So
Yeah. So on this week's Giant Bomb podcast, they said they had a guy, Will Smith. He does, the No or whatever.
I'm aware of him.
Not that Will Smith. That Will Smith's not as cool as this Will Smith. Anyway, they were talking about GPUs, and they brought up the 480, and they were like, the 480 is like if you're a normal person and not loaded with cash, the 480 is the video card.
Yeah.
So that was very refreshing to hear, because I think a lot of people want to hear that. So there's that. But I don't think they knew the true specs or benchmarks on the 1060 at the time of the podcast, which was Tuesday. Maybe.
yeah, I don't even think the 1060 is not even out yet. So
Yeah, it's just all that speculation and stuff based on leaked specs.
I think they only just gave out review cards. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll hear more soon. But
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they're not sending me one of those.
it would be, I from what I'm reading, but of course, AMD and Nvidia like to puff up
Right. You
performance
gotta,
numbers.
it's
It's much. I read an article where they said like the 1060 is better than a 980. But
Yeah, I
a
read that too.
1070 is, but I thought a 1070 was barely better than a 980.
No, 1070
So-
smoked a 980.
Yeah.
It made sense for a 1060 to be similar to a 980 or a little bit better, or better at some things or something like that. I don't know. I'm interested to see how it benchmarks against a 980.
Yeah. I mean, a 1060 may be what I get, but I might lean towards the 1070.
I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be what, fucking $70 more. You might as well at that point, because they're saying MSRP for the 1070 is what, 350 or something like that.
Yeah, which is like $100 more, maybe.
Like at that point, $100 more seems worth it. Those 1070 specs look ridiculous, man. So I don't know. That sounds like a good deal to me.
Yeah. You start pinching pennies when you're like, okay, I need to get a new board, I need to get new RAM,
Right.
I need to get. It's like you got to like figure out where, because that extra $100 could be half of a new board depending on which board I get.
Right.
Or the RAM or whatever. So
Are you planning to do a full build, or do like what I did? Because what I did was I built my computer over 5 months or something. I waited for sales, and I just I bought a motherboard and I bought a piece, and I slowly built it.
I have a plan because I mean, computer is going to be in the living room. That's
Right.
where all the room is anyway. So if I'm going to do VR, it's got to be in there.
Right.
So I got to find a case that'll work in the entertainment center that doesn't make it look like a fucking I'm sticking a computer over there. Because I don't like how that looks. I want it to look like it's part of the entertainment center.
Right.
And I need to see. I got to find a good case for that has space for the port and all its components. I think because I'm not going to use an optical drive this time, I should have plenty of room for everything. And I also want like and I know they already make some machines with it, but I needed to have some front panels that I can change out so that I can actually plug the VR headset in through the front rather than having to go around the back.
Right.
So, and I know they got stuff to do that. So I think it's just, I'm going to build a new rig altogether just so I'm not running into any weird bottlenecks or anything like that.
So you plan to get a Vive?
Yeah.
I would suggest keeping it plugged into the back.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know what happened to mine.
Did we lose Bobby again?
What? No, I think we lost you for a minute.
Oh, Bobby, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh no, I was saying if you're getting a Vive, I would suggest keeping it hooked in the back. The Vive has a little box, a little box that it goes to, and it's like cables from the box to your PC. It's just going to look ugly going into the front of your machine if you want your entertainment system to.
Well,
look
but
good.
it's something that I would unhook every time I'm done using it. because I can't. I mean, it's in my living room. I can't just.
Which is yeah, I can't keep it laying out either. Which is also why, because your living room can't possibly be as big as this fucking room I have here, and basically coming out of the back of the thing, the back of the computer, you can leave the box hooked up behind wherever, and just plug your headset in and out very quickly. If you're hooking the box and everything up every time, it'll get stupid.
Well, I'll find a way to make it more convenient.
Yeah, which is why I would say that's why I ended up leaving the box plugged in behind the computer, because then I can leave the box behind the desk, and I literally can just walk up to the edge of my desk and plug the Vive into the box, and the box even has like sticky mount, so like you could put it on the back of a desk or on the back of something if you need to, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vives.
Maybe the second iteration they can make, like, you stick a card into the machine, like it goes into a PCI Express slot, and then you have one of the front bays could be where you hook the headset or something.
See, that's the kind of shit they should sell in their Vive accessory store. There's, they have Vive accessory store where they don't sell anything actual useful, and they want way too much money for those base stations. They're like 164. Like if you fuck one of those base stations up, they're like $164 each, which is fucking nuts if you think about it. And then the controllers are like $100 each too, or 120 or some nonsense. Oh, that's another reason I think the Move controllers will be $200 for the set, because the Vive controller sold separately seems to be around about that price. So that's kind of whatever technology's in there, that's kind of what it costs, I think. Unless Facebook tries to just undercut them, which I don't think so.
I see. What's Jeff doing? Yeah, I don't hear him.
He's trying to live right now. Yeah, he should be peeing.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not peeing.
Well, you should
I'm still waiting for the game, the survival game, that lets you... Well, not lets you, but requires you to use the bathroom.
I think actually in Ark, you pee.
Yeah, Ark you have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, Ark is a little too hardcore for me. Forest cranks it down just enough to where I can find it enjoyable.
I actually really like Ark. It just takes a long time to get into it.
I liked it, and then like you end up with. So when you have to end up managing going to the bathroom, your personal temperature. Oh, you're too hot, cool off. Oh, you're too cold, warm up. Like, and then eating, and then it just was too much. I'm like, if I wanted to look at meters and just cater to meters, I would just play The Sims.
So I think that game is like long game. You know what I mean? Because like after a while, you can craft.
Well, after a while, like people are like flying on dragons and shit.
Right. So after a while, you get it right, and you don't have to worry about your temperature.
Right.
Or you have a system where you don't have to worry about food.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is I suck too much to get that far.
So do I. Yeah. Absolutely. That's why I like the Forest. Right. But I do like Ark. I think it's cool. I've never spent enough time on it to get into it.
All right. I think this was a good cast. I think we should end it. We're over an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Closing statements?
You guys see this game, Prey of the Gods?
No, what is it? Talk to me about these gods and what they pray about.
It's some Kickstarter game. Look it up. Google it. And Kotaku mentioned it. That's why I'm looking at it. It looks like it's supposed to be inspired by Shadow of the Colossus. Oh. It looks pretty good in what they're showing, but it's a Kickstarter game. So it's got 28 days to go. They're asking for 300,000. They only got 140 so far. It's been
it's been 2 days.
I guess 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That looks cool. Let me see reveal trailer. Somebody needs to make a new Shadow of Colossus because those dumbasses aren't. Team Ico. Yeah, this game looks cool. I won't back it, but I will be into it. I know, fuck backing games. That's the stupidest thing. Like, too often people get fucked over from that. This game looks cool enough that they could find funding if it doesn't get kickstarted. This game will come out regardless. This is too far along. Fuck backing games. Yeah.
So, isn't Team Ico like all tied up with Last Guardian for the last 10 years or something?
Yeah, this isn't them.
No, this isn't them.
No, I know. I know. More is just saying.
No, I was just saying they're making something else instead of the game they should be making, which is Shadow of the fucking Colossus.
I think Shadow of the Colossus and Ico weren't actually that successful. I think that's why.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The Last Guardian is taking a long time, because if you really think about those two games, they're kind of what like an indie game is. Like, it's like, whoa, this game's awesome, but they sell for, it's a AAA publisher selling it, like Sony. You know what I mean? But yeah. if you look at those games, they're very much like how indie games are made. If you play Shadow of the Colossus, it's kind of like Hyper Light Drifter. I mean, there's nothing in the world but you and moving around and trying to figure out what's going on. But because it came out at that time and the way those games are, most people don't like that kind of game. So I don't think it's critically acclaimed, but that doesn't mean it's financially successful.
Yeah.
So the other thing about this game, Prey of the Gods.
That looks exactly like a Colossus from Shadow of the Colossus.
Except there's only 5 bosses in this game. And they'll have DLC for boss 6, 7, and 8. If
some stretch goal is met.
Right. So all of a sudden 5 bosses doesn't sound quite as cool anymore. I'd still be interested because it looks like it's going to be a $15 or $20 game.
I don't know. I mean, I have to read a little more about it because I'm only watching the trailer.
Right.
I'm assuming there's more than just the bosses in this game.
Yeah, it might be unlike Shadow Colossus, there might be things to do in between bosses. So yeah, you're right. It looks cool. I like it. I'm still not backing it. Fuck backing games.
It looks pretty cool. I would like to see this game. Wow. So look, are you looking at their stretch goals?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Additional animations. Additional weapons. Expanded environments, more expanded environments, orchestral score. Okay. 600K will bring it to consoles. Boss 6, 7, and 8, like you said. Boss 8 arena art set, unique set for Boss 8. Weird, and a survivor mode at 1 million.
Fight all the bosses.
I don't think they're gonna reach 1 million. If they're not, don't get me wrong. I know they got 28 days left, but generally the biggest influx of money is usually at the very
the first
beginning.
7 days. Yeah. So usually the first 7 days and the last 3 or 4 if they're close, And okay. Oh wow. All of the $650 pledges have been used. Wow. People really want that game. I bet there are people that like founders of the game and shit, like or like friends of the family and shit like that.
It looks good.
It looks fantastic.
What they're showing looks good.
Yeah, no, what they're showing looks great. I would, if that was on Steam for sale right now for $15 or $20, I would buy it.
So, what Kotaku and or Polygon said, I can't remember which one of them said it, but they were saying how because of not just Mighty Number 9, but many other Kickstarters that kind of sort of failed, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. That's what I was saying.
Deliver.
That's exactly what I was saying.
A demo is almost required now.
Right.
And actually kind of I want to agree with that because I feel like two things: we don't get demos much anymore. And I know there's reasons for that. Because it's not free to make a demo.
Right.
You still have to pay your group to make a demo, and they got to program it. It costs money to give out something for free still.
And depending on how you're doing it, you got to host that fucking shit somewhere.
Well, and you also have to make sure that the demo...
If you're not greenlit, there's a lot of issues to figure out.
Yeah, you also have to make sure your demo doesn't make your game look bad. Because that's the other thing. You might play the demo and be like, this sucks, and it's just the wrong part of the demo for someone to play.
Right.
But I almost feel like it sort of should. If you're asking, especially they're asking for $300,000, which is not a small amount of money. And I don't know how much time and energy goes into making a demo, but if you're asking for a lot of money, especially if you want to reach that survivor mode stretch goal, a demo is going to sell that a lot more than a trailer will.
Right.
You know,
it's a good trailer. The whole thing looks good.
It does look good. It looks produced very well.
I don't think with all the shit with Kickstarters now, I don't think I would like some game would have to be the most perfect game ever for me to pledge to back a game now.
I never pledged anything to any of the Kickstarter games. The thing is, even like, so this game looks good, but I don't know if that's
right. Exactly. I don't know if this shit's coming out. Like, I don't know. No, dude.
I don't know any of these developers. Like,
and this to me is like pre-ordering. I'm not giving you my money until I can get a product. You know.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like you should get the product, sure, for backing them, but at the same time, it's like
no. I mean, I want it now. Like, I don't want it. Like, I'm not like my same beef with pre-orders. Like, you're handing someone money to get something later, and that's really stupid. No. You work hard for your money. And this
is like expected. When is it? It looks like they expect it to come out
2019
December next year, December 2017.
Yeah. See, I'll start looking for this game around November next year.
Yeah.
And so delayed until 2018.
I do hope they could reach their goal because I do want them to make this game. It looks like
no, and that's what I was saying though. Like that game doesn't look like a game that needs kickstarting. That looks like they probably help, you know, and they could. A lot of times they use Kickstarter as market research to sell pitches to bigger companies, but that game will find a publisher. That game looks too good. And if it runs like how they're making it look like it does, they can pitch that to hell. Even GameStop is looking for new. Like they can sell that game to a publisher. They're not gonna. If that doesn't meet the requirements, it's still gonna get made. Like that's not gonna stop that game. It's too far along. It looks too good. I think. All right. I think that's
a good place to end the cast.
Yeah, I think we should really end the cast this time, fuckers. This is a good cast. Hey, thanks for showing up, Jeff. Hey, Irf,
Hey, thanks.
Oh, Irf didn't show up again.
I know that every time you make fun of him and tease him, it's because you're hurt.
It's because I heard he cuts deep, and you know, shit's real. You know, I just love him so much.
A lot of people just don't see the kind of monster he is.
That's right. The kind of monster that will... You know, I'm not even going to get into the pedophile jokes. He got real pissed last time.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember for like a week?
Everything I say, he'd cut me down and tell me I suck cock and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was because...
Yeah, it was a direct result of me talking shit.
He said it wasn't. He said it wasn't.
Of course it wasn't.
He was joking, but he never does. He's never done that before, and then he just suddenly stopped.
Yeah, he's being really aggressively angry at me, and I'm like, okay.
Well, it wasn't just you though; it was like everybody.
I think it was me, man.
No, it was pretty much Mike. He never said anything.
And then he would sit there quiet, and the minute I said something, he would fucking snap me. He'd fucking pounce, just sitting there waiting and watching.
Like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. Sitting there waiting and watching. I was like, oh, when this motherfucker says something, I'm gonna fuck him up so bad.
Shia LaBeouf.
Alright, I'm gonna play some Rec Room, some VR.
I'm gonna go to bed, I think.
Go to bed, man. Oh yeah, it's kinda late over there in the East Coast. Right. What are you gonna do, Bobby?
See you in the morning, Grandpa.
I mean, I do have to be up early too. My wife.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably spend time with my woman.
All right, go spend time with the woman. I'm gonna play some VR and masturbate, not in that order. Maybe at the same time, depends. Thanks for listening to the DJX podcast. It is shoutgamingx.com. Fuck with it. Peace.
Alert.